Jadine Clemperens, Autumn Lily. I think her last name's Burchard. I can't pronounce it. I can spell it, but that doesn't help me while I'm talking. Can't pronounce anything because I'm a redneck. And, well, anyway. And, see, Emma Handy and Jadine Clemperens. I think I got all their names right. Um, so two of them qualified for the Pro Tour by winning the regionals, and the third one won a classic lately with the deck, and it's pretty solid. It's actually very similar to the old builds we ran, with the exception of like they've added a hostage taker, a walking ballista, a syncopate, a hieroglyphic illumination. So and they've changed one swamp to an island and one effort hub into a fetid pools. But so so reasonably close to Ginger's main deck, which is the deck I was playing. Not sure how I feel about all the changes. Like the syncopate just seems to me like it would be better as a different spell. Not a fan of syncopate in general. I absolutely love what their sideboard's doing. I like that the fact that they have 4 extra counter spells, though I'm not a fan of Spell Pierce, though Michael Jacob swears by it, and his Magic Brain is like the earth compared to mine, which is a peanut. So I'll always take his word for it. And when players as good as this is running it too, I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm probably wrong and I'm probably biased against the card for some unknown reason. I'm not exactly sure why. But I like how it's got a lot of tools to fight aggro decks in the sideboard, some Estus extractions, cast downs, fungal infections, Gear Hulk, and then it's got a good package for control decks too. Not actually sure what I want to sideboard this Hostage Taker in versus. Probably the green decks, but like there's not a lot of green decks around lately. Maybe even the mirror match, but I'd be afraid of it going to the graveyard, getting killed, and then might getting a thing back. I don't really want to bring it in versus the red decks either, but like maybe that's just wrong because it's one of the cleanest ways to kill a Hazoret. But I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna butcher the sideboarding of this deck immensely. But we're gonna give it a try. Feeling a little bit ill today. I've got like some junk in my throat. The thing's still wrong with my eye, and now I've even got an upset stomach. So I highly apologize if like I don't get through the stream or I miss the mute button when I'm trying to cough or whatever. But we'll do our best, and I apologize in advance. Yeah, so we won the first dice roll. I actually think this hand's a keep. I think the Champion of Wits is like one of the things that makes this deck run, so I don't mind having a few extra cards. I am kind of curious in my mind whether I want to cycle this Fetid Pools or not. And I think when we already have a Champion of Wits, we probably don't want to. But I could be wrong. Hey, Locodope, and hey, Doshi. I do not have any biscuits and sausage, unfortunately. Well, that's actually not true at all. I have 2 in the fridge. I'm waiting on eating them later. I did not get cheese on them today, though, because I'm trying to do a little bit of weight watching. So, probably going to be very very sad with them later. So this is one of my favorite things about Champion of Wits. But considering we don't have any other gas going on, I kind of just don't want to put it in our graveyard. I kind of just want to put a Fatal Push in an island in our graveyard, or a Fatal Push in a fetid Field of Ruin, but I think I'll just do the island. Yep, blue-black Scarab God. 1 Liliana, 3 Scarab Gods in this build, which is kind of interesting. I think it's correct. It's what Ginger was on as well. Great minds think alike. They generally are onto something, but I'm not sure. I kept a Fetid Rune, or the Field of Runes, why am I calling it Fetid Runes? But mainly to, like, maybe be able to kill something and get the Duhamajigger or whatever. So this is a neat little trick. So if you don't want them to be able to protect this with like a blossoming defense or whatever, you can sack your thing, and now you have revolt, so you can revolt this before the land ever shows up. And you, in this manner, you never give them a chance to have a blossoming defense. Oh wow, they're playing this deck. I think we're just going to pass then, try to block. Syncopate for the Walking Ballista. They have 7 cards in their hand, and I think this blue-green Karn deck from like 2 Pro Tours ago is probably going to be pretty good versus us. Sadly, think I have to kill that. It's just too good versus our deck in general. Especially when we have like 3 Champion of Wits already. Oh, the GPG. That's even worse for us. I don't know what we do now. Guess we start with this. Probably don't need to cast down anymore. We're going to keep our land. And then we're going to exile a card from their hand. So they have a Gear Hulk and just a Stone GPG. I don't know that we can beat either of these cards, so let's take the least impactful one at the moment. We're certainly not blocking. That is not the card we wanted. So now they're going to get a GPG and a Jadelight Ranger. The Jadelight Ranger is going to give 2 of the things. Then the following turn, they're going to be able to hostage take. Long story short, we're now looking, or sorry, they're not going to be able to hostage take, so they're going to be able to reveal it. Long story short is we're desperately looking for our hostage taker. Or potentially our Scarab God. Okay then. Well, that's both of those things. Yeah, so now we just have to try to hold on, hope they don't hit super well. And we can play our own GPG and get back our Glint and stuff, which is kind of cool. Wasn't paying attention to what land they played. Looks like they played the hub. That one's actually pretty strong, so we're going to easily just block that. Still the GPG. Play our land. Play this, and then stay on defense. I think there's a chance that I should have double blocked that with the Champion of Wits and the token, but I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they hit a Walking Ballista, I think we just pretty much lose. If they hit another Gear Hulk, we probably lose too. They had a Walking Ballista, so now they get double trigger and we lose. We were really close to winning this game. But we don't have any outs now. They just have too much going on. We can't beat double GPG. Alright, well, we're going to want negates. We're going to want this. We're going to want this. Probably going to want this. I think our removal spells aren't really good here. Do want to keep a couple of those in case they draw like Llanowar and things. I don't know, I guess maybe our removal spells are okay. I don't think we have time for the Bloodfast either. Is this good enough? So I'm just wrong. We have to have our removal spells here, don't we? They have way too many things that attack very well. I don't think these are what does it then. Yeah, I guess we'll try to be a little blue-black control. This is just wrong. We like really need this card. Kind of want the Hieroglyphic Illumination too, but I'm not sure what I'm going to take out for it. It's another keepable hand. We have turn 2 Siphoner, and then we have a negate this game. Our Kingdom for a Fatal Push. This was a play mistake. I should have played the Effort Hub in case we drew a second Fated Pulls next turn. Pretty large play mistake. I don't think I care if they kill this, so I'm just going to go ahead and play it to like try to get them to use it. It would be sad if they have a gate to the afterlife. I guess I should have waited till next turn so I could have had a negate as well. Really kind of just wanting them to play their spells, but it's probably wrong. They have another Walking Ballista now. That's a travesty. I feel like they have to kill this. They get the free 1 point of damage in. Oh, they hit a land too? That's unfortunate. We made these plays so they wouldn't hit a land. Wait, what? Yeah, well, we put the big dog into play then. Problem is they have a land in a Gearhulk or SOL. If it's just a Walking Ballista, I don't think we can lose. Yeah, so they're done. Kind of want to bring this in, and I kind of want to bring these in on the draw. problem is I want this Fatal Push on the draw too. I think Duresses are just better than Doomfalls. I don't actually think Duresses are very good though, because they can easily just beat you with like a Gearhulk hand. Like, it would not be shocking if they just beat you with Gearhulk. I guess on the draw, I'm just going to cut these. Bring everything in that can kill a Llanowar for like a Merfolk in the early games. I feel like I should have brought Fungal Infection in for game 2. So how is all of you quiet folks today? That sounds a keep. Alright, so we'll start with a Duress. So they have Gate Gift. That's unfortunate. It's gonna make it hard to beat. Oh wow, actually really good for us. So they showed us the Jade Light. They put it in the graveyard. That is something that is beatable. I'm gonna cycle this Illumination. I think we're gonna be pretty mana hungry this game. I think a lot of it depends on what they play, though. Those are some stellar draws from our opponent. Hmm. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could just play this and take this. And they can resolve anything. I guess we can't. Them being able to see our hand here is going to be really brutal. So now they can easily just dump the Champion of Wits here. That's not something we can really counterspell. I guess this is worth killing then. We can't keep taking the damage. Don't care about that. We sideboard out our Walking Ballista? We did not. That's good for us. See if we can upgrade to a real counterspell since they know our hand. The answer to that fine question is nope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have a land, they're already casting that. Alright, I guess we're just going to put the big blocker in then. And hope they don't draw their land. They do draw their land, we get the hostage take their thing. I don't care too much about that. I care about that a whole lot, by the way. Congratulations, I think. So I need to force them to use the Walking Ballista somehow. Loot more stores draft shaft. I'm really wanting to draw a negate now. Phone Dream, that's lovely. Oh, they got rid of the Afterlife. Interesting. Second champion's kind of bad for us. But we now know the last card in their hand. And it does absolutely nothing. And they have 7 things in play. Just activate. I can't activate. They have a Sorcerer's Spyglass. Thinking about hostage taking their Spyglass. And then just playing it on their Gate to the Afterlife. I think that's probably the best overall play I have. Yeah, but the GPG doesn't kill me. We know he has a GPG. He's going to play the GPG either way. Name Elf? Says unless they're mana abilities, naming Elf doesn't do anything. Thinking about calling champion of the wits. So my plan here is this turn I'm going to block, hopefully in a manner that I was deciding between Champion of Wits and calling Walking Ballista. I wasn't 100% sure which one's the best. This is super unfortunate. Like, them drawing this card probably beat us. Think we were in good shape prior to that. Well, not good shape, but like serviceable shape. But I don't think we'll be able to beat the Glint Crane. Alright, well, back in the saddle with some outs now. Oh yeah, definitely would have tried that. He's not going to attack into the Taker, I don't think, though. Could have counterspelled that, but I don't know if counterspelling that's good enough. You get 2 blockers this way. So just that. Guess that's fun. They have so many things. They're hitting another Gearhulk. Well, I think we had control of the game, but I could be wrong. But Gearhulk wins the game. I don't even think we have an out now. Field shuffles the Hulk, but we're too far behind for that to matter, I think. Like, we don't have enough mana if we do that. Because even if we shuffle the Hulk, we have exactly enough mana to Gearhulk this, and then we have 4 blockers versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers, and we're at 7 life. I don't think that's enough. Could take the so. Shuffle Hulk, play Hulk. I'm thinking about shuffling their Hulk away, playing our Hulk, contempting this, and using Fatal Push on this. What I'm considering. We'll go ahead and do this now before he has a chance. I don't think we can attack with anything yet. What did you win this time? That's a good one. They probably hit a counter spell if they're playing that. I've not done the math. We could be dead anyway, but we're going to play for our actions. So we would want this to live. We can trade that. Putting this in our graveyard is a good thing. So if we do all this, we only take 2. Is there any way for us to kill this? No, I think we take too much damage if we kill that. This is a bad block. Because it's better to put the 5/6 there. One, two, three, 4. You'd technically take that and put 2 in front of this. No, he's not. He has a reflector mage in his hand. So he's going to have a blocker and we're going to lose one attacker no matter what. So I don't think there's a way for him to be dead on a crackback. Well, he didn't play it. He's just giving up. Oh, he didn't put it in his hand. It was a scrapping. We just win then. 5, 10, 15, 18. Yeah, we just win. Especially when we take his Gear Hulk. Who expected to win this game? Can't think of anything else they could have. Yeah, I did not expect to win that game from the position we were in. We probably don't win that game if he doesn't if he doesn't all out attack. I don't know, maybe we do. He doesn't have any good attacks the rest of the game till he hits something super relevant. Felt like we had tools the whole game though, and that always feels good that like we're drawing the outs and like thin lines, and I probably didn't even play well. But winning games like that actually feel good. We'll play first. Hands gas. Gas money millionaires. Get on the table, Swamp. Our opponent's name is Back Swamp. He ain't wrong. Back Swamp online. Oops, can't cast that thing. That thing costs billions of mana. I like how I pressed F6. Nice. Yeah, red-black, still the best deck. In my opinion. I think this deck has a higher ceiling, but a lower floor. Whereas, like, red-black probably doesn't have as high a ceiling, but it has a lot better floor, I think. Like, its bad is better than this deck's. Or it's, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. And at some point, he's got to play a spell, right? I guess I'll counterspell that. I don't really want to. I need to try the Seth list. I feel like the Seth's list is where I want to be. Like, I'm totally off Soulscar Mage now, I think. You got him. Scarab God, please. That's not a Scarab God at all. Neither of those. Jerry is a genius. I know Jerry loves the Karn, but I've never had success with the Karns. I'll chalk it up to me playing poorly. Doomfall, you say? And a Contempt. Alright, I guess I'll pass. Kinda want to draw a card and look for a land and then Doomfall the board, but I'm a little afraid to take any more damage because I think now that I've saw Shock and Crasher that they're kind of like more of a wizard list. I don't think it's a bad card, I think it's an odd card. Alright, I will kill this. Feels good to be good. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for Hostage Taker, but I'm sure they will. They still have 2 cards in their hand. They didn't play a land that turn. JK, don't care if they have it now. Just casting Scarabrino. I'll block this one. Just preserving our life total. He made a play that lets us flip this, which is kind of weird. And then he scoops to the flip. Well, that's kind of odd. Why would you intentionally let us flip it if you're going to scoop to the flipping? I feel like you could have... Like, don't get me wrong, it was not likely to win that match, but I feel like he could have at least went for the burn plan and just, like, held a bunch of, like, things and stuffs and some things. Alright, anyway, versus the red decks, cards that we know we want are this, this, and maybe this. Cards we know we don't want are some of these. And we can probably shave one champion. I kind of want to shave the Syncopate on the draw, but I'm not really sure about the Syncopate being shaved on the draw or not. Gearhulk might cost too much mana. Yeah, we'll just leave it like this. The Gearhulk might be too much mana. It is sitting on my shelf, but I figured since I'm like electronically stupid that I'd wait till after the stream and play with it all day to make sure the volumes and stuff were set up before we got it. But I did duct tape the microphone I have together, so it's working a little better. Rough. Think we have to kill it, even though it could come back to bite us later. Probably going to Doomfall too, just to try to prevent a damage return. Maybe duct taping's wrong. Maybe it's better just to Supreme Will and counterspell anything they play and or Impulse for a way to gain some life. It's just 1 point of damage. He's got double burn spell. I'll feel savagely punished here, but the threat of Hazard and stuff is just too real. Didn't want to really counterspell it, but so we took the exact same amount of damage either way, and we got a bigger threat off the board, which feels nice. Alright. Exile your thing, friend. Just trying to save life, points of life here. Could have been wrong though. Maybe I'm supposed to just play Bloodfast. It's like now I kind of want to play Bloodfast again. I think it's just better to play Bloodfast now. Fatal Push prevents us 2 points of damage here. Bloodfast flips, so if we don't die this turn, we can start gaining 5 life a turn. Oh, well, we're probably dead. Now we're definitely dead. Nice remaining 2 cards. But I probably played that poorly. At least casting the Scarab God wouldn't have did anything, I don't think. Just didn't draw enough removal. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan those games. Sorry. I think I'm going to keep. Just going to run it back. They didn't change the backs of cards, but they changed them on They're changed on Moto. They're not changed in paper. It's kind of interesting. Guess I'm just going to pass again. Okay. You're fine. You're also fine. I think that card's terrible, by the way, for anybody who cares about my random opinions. Also, if I'd killed this, I could have just played Walking Ballista for 2. I'm trying to play a little bit around the Chain Whirler, but like maybe that's not worth my time. I just don't want to take the damage here. They still have 4 cards in their hand. They have 4 spells in their hand too, not just 4 cards. I guess these 2. Essence Scatter could be good on a later turn. We assume there's going to be a Chain Whirler here. So we have something that can beat the Chain Whirler if we need it to. Or it can just like block like an Earth Shaker or something if they had it. It's kind of interesting. So we wouldn't have blocked anyway, so it feels like they just played that to make us lose counters. And I don't know how I feel about that in general. Because like now we can still just block if we want. We probably do want. So we'll take 3 here, I guess. And hope that he doesn't untap and kill us. I think there's a good chance that he untaps and kills us. Considering we're at 7 life, I feel like there's a pretty good chance of this. Or not untap and kill us, but like kill us over the course of a turn or 2. It's slowly running out of time though, and he could just have like hazard. Oh god, that's brutal. We'll stop it from attacking though, because if he exerts now, we would be taking 3 damage this turn. He can't attack if we do this. So between our Syncopate and this, we should be fine now. I think I could even attack for 4, but I'm not going to. And by fine, I mean if he's got 7 points of burn, we won't beat that. I feel like we can beat most other things. So, okay. So we have 5, 13, 17 plus 3. If my math's right, this is good. He's at 17, and we're attacking for 17 damage. So he didn't have to burn, and we got lucky. Could easily had like a Wizard's Lightning and a Shock instead of the Flame of Keld, but the Flame of Keld locked it up pretty much. Well, I mean, obviously locked it up considering we were just lethal. This is another nice win that I was kind of a little worried about. It's 9:31 a.m. now. I've not been to bed. Oh boy, does it feel good. Hey, Lees. What is up? There is, in fact, no Ilm 19 cards in this deck, are they? I've just... No, Dominaria card. Huh. We lost a dice row, so let's see how this deck does on the draw. I think this hand's good enough to keep. They're playing that deck, are they? Hey, Darth Butt Plunder. It's been a while, friendo. This deck plays Spell Pierces and stuff, which is why I went ahead and done that main phase. It would have been nice to snag their, It would have been nice to snag their, what you call it, Curious Obsession, but I was too afraid that we'd get wrecked. Also, I F6 that turn, or I would have I would have Essence Scattered that. So if this was a paper tournament, this would not have been in play. It's not a paper tournament though, and I'm bad. So this is where we are in life now. And we'll get this one. We should have got the last one. So we ended up taking 2 extra points of damage and being roughly in the same place. Well, not even roughly in the same place. We could have resolved a Bloodfast on this turn had we did it differently. Guess I'm just going to cast this. I do not think this should be playing Memorial. They're trying to get some lone game. Just gonna block here. This could be wrong too. They play Dive Down, so I'm not gonna use the ability on this. I don't want to like remove these 2, still take the 2. Unsummon? Their Memorial to Geniuses might give them some dividends this game. Boom. Got us. I don't know whether I should get the hand or the board. I'm going for their hand. I'm greedy. Feels so smart. Could have Field of ruined this too. Let's help our opponent kill us. Always draw, because I'm wild. I like the art on that card a lot. Think they were thinking about unsummoning our little bro. That'd be a stone guess, but that's what I'm guessing they were considering. Don't know what we're waiting on now. Maybe they're trying to decide whether we glint. I don't know who Skull is, even though apparently Lars knows that they're limited players, it seems. Oh, really? At this point, I'm getting a creature because they had this much mana. So it has to be like dive downs or counter spells type stuff. Merfolk Trickster. It's 4 damage. No, I'm definitely not stream sniping. I don't care enough about a win for that at all. Trying to decide whether I'm drawing with my glint sleeve siphoner here. I don't think I am. So we go down to 5. We buy back at worst case scenario to Champion of Wits, which puts us back to 5. Yeah, I'm not going to draw. Yep, we are currently live and feeling jive. I think that's a word or a phrase or something. I want something that can block this. I think I'm only attacking for 2 in case they have a 4th trickster. Push first? I was going to save the push. Huh. I hadn't even intended to use the push. Oh, okay. Wait, I see what you're saying now. I choose you. I have to use the push this turn, or because the spell pierces before I play the other thing. Well, I definitely want that thing. Alright, well, we technically have 6 life. Which partly, and I'll try to understand. Because I'm not great. I would love to learn. Setting under upkeep, I'm not sure why. Would like to improve at Magic. I truly don't even know how. I feel like my brain has atrophy and I can't learn anything new. I'm too old. That's fair. I'm not smart enough to double queue or fast enough. If I go to a paper event this week, there's a very good chance that I play that blue deck. That seems fun. So even if they haven't done summon for this, we get to play the Scarab God, so we don't actually mind. That's just rude. Don't think I'm drawing again. Just playing our Scarab while he's tapped out, getting our other Champion of Wits back, and knowing that we're very unlikely to lose the game from that point. I won't say impossible because like they could just draw Tempest Shin if we don't have an answer. It'd be good enough. Actually, it probably wouldn't be good enough because they have double Trickster in their graveyard already. I would say the game's just over now. Yeah. Most of the times that I do double queue, it. Wait, we can draw? I'm confused about the draw. Oh, you're saying you think he'll do it? Okay. Yeah. I'm not drawing. I don't think I need cards. So I'll put you two in the graveyard just because I want another land. Um, it's fine. Actually, didn't draw anything very good. And by very good, I mean we drew Gearhulk Contempt. That's probably pretty good. I just want to play this main phase because they do have counter spells and it may not resolve past this point. Not sure what we lose to here, so I'm going to leave the temple up just in case. I'm assuming the answer to the question of what we lose to is nothing, but I don't know that. So I definitely want the whole removal suite again. I think I want this thing as well. Not a huge fan of Doomfall here. Kind of not a fan of Glint Sleeve Siphoner in matches like this. I feel like I want to be more on the control side of the match. Maybe I don't want the second Hostage Taker. It's like kind of medium. Let's sideboard just like I did versus the red deck. And hope it's good enough. I think there's an argument that I could bring in the counter spells even, but I figured they'd be able to just block it too easy, but alright. Lars says I'm wrong. Willing to believe I'm wrong. Oh, I didn't mean to bring the dresses in anyway. That was a damn misclick. Well, hell, I just gotta pull 2 cards in my deck real quick before they submit. I did not mean to bring the dresses in my deck. Alright, so what do I actually want instead of this Gear Hulk? Champion of Wits. And what was the other card that I just pulled into my deck real quick when I was trying to make sure? Oh, the Hostage Taker. Yeah, I'm fine with the Hostage Taker being there. Jace's Defeat's probably good here. It's probably better than Essence Scatter, since it can hit literally everything. How did I pull the Duresses in? Double removal spell and a glint. I guess that's good. If glint's good. Oh wow, we hit the Effort Hub glint. That's how you know you're a real boy, right? When you have that draw that just never resolves. We'll try to play it anyway. Because they could just have Merfolk Trickster, so. Main phase removal. Because they have dive downs and spell pierces and things of that nature. Can play 2 spells if I do it this way. I wonder if I should double block if he had Curious Obsession. Probably not, because they have unsummons. and dive downs, and potentially all other manner of things. Is this a wizard? This is in fact a wizard. It's kind of good. Oh, that was great. Now we have double removal spell. Stop an opponent's turn. I hope they don't have two counter spells. Unstop. Guess who was super right about the siphoners? The man. The man was right. I'm gonna miss this card. Really like the colors in it. This is Revolt Read. A permanent I control has left the battlefield, so that includes bouncing. Mr. Opponent Man. They conceded. Alright, 3-0. PD chest acquired. And onward for glory. Who's leading in trophies right now? Oh wow, Jabber's fallen off. Venom's shot way up. I wonder what Venom's playing. I'm glad to see Bafuinta, I'm sure I pronounced that super wrong, playing again. He hasn't been playing much that I know of. Ginger's fallen off too. He's like moving and stuff. No idea who Dead Man Wonderland is. That's a new one on me. Easy keep. Oh, did he? Wonder what he's testing for at the moment then. Is he playing modern right now, or is... I don't know what the Almost CS... The Almost CS is probably modern, right? Feel like the matches versus Control were miserable game 1, but like pretty serviceable games 2 and 3. No, not Syncopate, anything but that. Guess I'm gonna pass and just jam the Illumination. Be sad soon. No fun. Basically another dead card. The champion resolve, so we get to ditch the 2 baddies. Technically, this is bad too. We'll sideboard 3 of these cards out. We'll probably sideboard out some number of Scarab Gods, but not all of them. Have to look at the sideboard. As this is not our build of the deck, it is Jadine's build, so... Jadine, Emma, and Autumn. They worked on it together, I think. No fear of any type of syncopate or negate or whatever. It's usually between 0 and 2 in these lists. Typically 0 or 1. 2's pretty rare, I think. Is he thinking about balancing this? That's weird. Is it wrong just to play the Torrential Gearhulk here and cast the Illumination if it resolves? It's like so much worse versus a lot of things, but this has a higher chance to resolve if I do this. Alright. Pretty sure I'm dead anyway. Main deck Scarab. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Alright. Well, that's probably all she wrote. I have just completely ran out of steam. I went from being relatively fine to so tired I can't stand it all. Because he's already got a Teferi in play, and he just activates Teferi and then, like, starts triggering this. This way, hopefully he'll use the counter on the Teferi, and maybe we can get a second spell and play 2 in 1 turn on this. But where we already have a Gearhulk in our graveyard, he's going to counterspell the first thing we play no matter what. Never mind, he's tapping mana. He is not going to counterspell the first thing we play. It's just weird to me. I guess it's better to do this one. Because if we hit a Contempt, we'd rather play a Contempt. Those aren't Contempts. We're definitely buried in cards, though. I assume there's no chance they don't have a removal spell here. Just going to give them more cards. I'm willing to concede if I can't get this off the board this turn. So I'm just kind of trying to bait him into using it as like a massive gambit. Didn't work. Oh, whatever. Cards that I want. I definitely want Spell Pierce. Definitely want Negates into defeat. I definitely want the Glimmer. I definitely want the Duresses. I definitely want this. Cards I definitely don't want are these. This. At least 2 of these that I definitely don't want. 2 more cards. Probably something like a Scarab God and one of the Scatters since we brought in better counter spells. Probably want the Gearhulk too, though I'm tentative about bringing in a Gearhulk versus their removal spells. Walking Ballista doesn't seem great here either, actually. Actually, Walking Ballista might be okay. They may have their own Glint Sleeve Siphoners in the sideboard. And that's a way that might like finish off a Teferi or maybe like pressure them early. I kind of wonder if I should take out this cast down. That's too late. They've submitted. Alright, we'll keep. Black mana, please? That's not black mana. Assume they have a Fatal Push. So argument, if I'd had a Swamp, I probably wouldn't have played Glen on 2. But I didn't have a Swamp, was the main reason I did that. If I just had a Swamp, I would have probably Duressed. Well, I just don't know how we beat this. Can't beat a card in their hand, so how do we win? I guess hope they don't draw mana. I mean, that would win. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If they didn't draw a land this turn, we're probably super good. I just want to play this even though I can't protect it. Like, if they miss a land this turn, it's the best thing I can do by a lot. If they don't miss the land this turn, or we can still like Gear Hulk and Supreme Will again next turn, which seems pretty good. They only have one contempt, so either way we would have a pretty big threat in play. Probably fine to let resolve at this point. Let's save our defeats and stuff for cards that might affect me more. Like, they don't even get to draw a card this first turn. And they're under some pretty serious pressure. If they've drawn a Fatal Push, that'll suck, but they just never play anything, we're okay, right? Man, they're missing their land again. Oh, well, no, they got a tap land this time. That was a good draw. I don't think I played that game right. I don't think I should have cast Duress last turn. I should have just Gear Hulked with the feed up. But I couldn't have cast Gear Hulk if they had a 4th untap land, so maybe casting Duress was right. I won't change anything from the play to the draw. Kind of not loving this cast down, but they did show us Glint Sleeve Siphoner's. That makes it a little bit better. That's too narrow. Narrow. That's too narrow. Whatever. I'm just not changing anything from the play to the draw. Too tired, I guess, to think. I think the hand's a keep on the draw. Though we could have what happened to us last, or our opponent last game to us this game. Yep, opponent has the glint this game. Please don't draw a counterspell. Thank you. I guess technically we know. Well, did I mark? I accidentally checked something off the list. I don't know what it was. Is this better just to try to resolve this then? Because they're probably going to untap and just slam Scarabrino. But we have a Doomfall, so that's fine. Yeah, well, missing lands isn't fun. Happened to our opponent last game, though, so we can't complain about it. Our Duress coming back to haunt us. What did he do with his scries? I didn't see. It's 2 on bottom. I think those decks typically play multiple disallows, so I don't think I can use the Field of Ruin right now. Guess I could have just cast this, though. I got kind of lucky there. This hasn't even resolved yet, but I got lucky to even get the chance to try to play it. So we still know they have a Gearhulk. Oh no, sorry, they played the Gearhulk. Oh, come on, dog. That's not cool. The Syncopate and a Contempt. And they're going to get to draw an additional card? Guess I let them Syncopate this? I don't know. This could be wasting this spell, but like maybe we can resolve Liliana if we do this, which is what I'm hoping for. Even though that's probably bad too, since they have a Gearhulk. I'm just bad. Probably need to just cast this if we draw the blue mana. We didn't draw the blue mana. Can't just play this into a Contempt, can I? I don't like how I've played this game at all. I feel like I've played into their plan every turn. Gonna disallow this? Nope, no disallow. Still have a bunch of mana. I'm probably supposed to wait till their upkeep then. They get to draw an extra card when we wait, but I just feel like it has a higher chance to resolve this way. Don't have another Syncopate. Ugh. Ugh. My Liliana be useless forever. See if I care. I'll just buy this back then. Fine. They get to draw their card. I don't care. Can't beat 2 cards a turn. At least they only get 1 card this turn. It's still 4 spells, too. 3 spells. I guess it doesn't have to be. It could be another beautiful, beautiful card. Please, not another counterspell. It's another counterspell. Alright, we're definitely dead. They're glimmering into drawing a card into Search for Azcanta. We just cannot beat this card advantage. Our opponent's already 9 cards deeper in their deck before the turn even starts. They could go an additional 7. You don't beat people that see 16 cards or whatever more than you. They've already scryed 2 to the bottom too. But we shuffled since then, I think. Oh, and that. This game might have been winnable if I played better. I did not play better, so. Wow. He doesn't even want to look for a card. How bad is that for us? Alright, well, you just win. Because that means they have Gearhulk almost 100%. I would imagine. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just wrong. They stopped drawing cards, so whatever they want, they have. Oh no, we're right. They had it. Oh no, just had Chromium. Alright, well, our deck doesn't even have an out to Chromium. Unless we're ahead. We have 2 Doomfalls, so I'm like clearly lying, but. But I like to lie. Lying's fun. I actually think that game might have been winnable if I played better. Maybe not. Maybe we got too far behind early. I have no idea. Hey, our opponent, I just realized our opponent got the trophy off of us. We helped our opponent get a 5-0. You're welcome. Whee! I apologize if there's background noise. I am checking to see if I updated today's YouTube video. I don't remember if I did or not. Uh, 11 and 12 were the last two that we updated. Well, we can't keep the 7 land hand. 6 land and a fatal push. Probably can't keep either, but am gonna keep that too. Again, I apologize if you hear a brief moment of background noise. I think I'm just gonna cycle the fetid pools this game. It's gonna be a future problem on finding blue mana. Didn't want to go to 5 though. Feel like we're unfavored in this match in general, so obviously if a draw like this, we're very unfavored, I think. Could have used a blue mana there. Feel like I just need all my lands, so I can't do anything about it. And it could have been worse. This matchup is one of the specific reasons that I don't advocate playing blue-black. Though I believe Jadine and them think that the blue-black deck might be a slight favorite. But I've just not had that experience. But they're obviously clearly better players than me, so. He's not pumping this time, which means he's going to play a Phoenix or a Chandra, and I'd rather just contempt that. Or another big spell. That's fine. It's the same thing. I guess I'll play it finally. I still don't want to. I guess this one. I really want to gain the life, and he could just sack that one. Oh, we have nothing going on here. We've drawn 5 spells, 10 lands, I think. Yeah, we've hit 5 spells and 10 lands so far. And our opponent has hit 4 lands and 9 spells, so basically the exact opposite. Well, at least we keep drawing contempts to stay in the game. I would claim that a Gearhulk wouldn't be bad, but I imagine at this point that a Gearhulk just gets murder bolted or something. short. Is it ever okay to use a Field of Runes here? I don't know if this is just not worth it. Our opponent still has 5 spells, or at least 4. They could have a land for the turn still. Yeah. So they have 4 spells. Well, if there was going to be a chance, this is what it took. I don't think there's a chance, though, so. Expect just to get murder bolted? So assume they have a murder bolt. If I kill this one, we're technically still dead. No, we're not dead if we kill that one. Because we go to 7, then we'd be taking 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's just better to kill this one, I think. We're dead this way if they have a murder bolt. Or if they have like a removal spell. We're like still in like really bad shape. If they just have double a braid, maybe we can draw another Gearhulk. Considering they're tanking right now, I feel like they have double a braid. So basically, we want to draw a Scarab God or a Gearhulk. Yeah, they did. Alright, we can do it. Scarab God or Gearhulk? That's not a Scarab God or a Gearhulk. Let's see, what cards do I think I want? I think I want you. I think I want you. I think I want you. Probably want you. Definitely don't want you. Probably want you too. Huh. I don't know the last card to take out. Maybe the second Essence Extraction is not good enough. I don't think Walking Ballista is good enough. I've never liked it in this match. Oh shit! I didn't pull them out. Where are they at? I don't even see them. Glint's Champion Submit. Well, that would have sucked. Or that could have sucked real bad. Derp. play first. I think this hand's a keep. Probably should have played a Field of Rune that turn. Well, that's certainly good enough to counterspell. It's kind of odd. Well, we can't do anything about that. I want a second blue. Like how I gave them enough mana to cast a spell. What if they just had shocks in their deck? And I gave them a mountain and they cast shock. Oh, we would have been in the same spot. But it would have been funny. Being funny is better than being good. Yeah, it's probably Gucci. So this Gearhulk into Supreme Will is going to have to be amazing. Yeah, well, at least we don't have to care about that. It's kind of not a card with our hand. That's a friggin' card, though. Alright. New plan. Reveal their hand. I have another Chandra. Not a fan. So see, they played a mountain, so we know they have these two in hand. Sackle this. Going up for mana? I think our spells on average are better than theirs. I shouldn't have played this land. Now if I draw a Champion of Wits, it's just kind of getting dry docked. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana left. Seven ball you. I don't think they have anything in their hand that matters. Maybe another removal spell, so I'm going to hold the Doomfall for either Champion Wits or to use whatever turn we want to play a Scarab God. Or if they play a, you know, spell between now and then that seems relevant. Okay. I'd rather have the Gearhulk. Apparently I tapped one too many mana, but we didn't have enough mana for the Gearhulk, so it doesn't matter. Target opponent exiles their friend. I'm partially holding these lands in case we draw additional Champion of Wits, and also because they could potentially have Angrath. Let's see what land they get. Oh wow, they don't get a land. Guess they get a Chain Whirler then. They're not going to play it? Seems odd. SpaghettiOs. Um, Thought about keeping an untapped land over the pools in case they, that way we could play and use Scarab God in the turn, but we just, like, don't have to play Scarab God, right? Like, if we get it, we just don't have to play it. Maybe this fungal infection shouldn't come in this match. I've not saw a Beaumont. Good fungal infection my champion of wits this turn. And just bite back. Yeah. I shouldn't have played that land then. Playing the land was a play mistake if I was going to do this. I thought about it too late into the turn. Well, we got wrecked. Maybe my fungal infection was greedy, but it's two of my champion of wits. I'm going to take some damage here. I'd rather hold a contempt for a better threat. Come on now. Don't draw all spells. Four lands in a row. Our opponent's drawn what? 3 spells or 4 in a row? We really saw 17 lands this game so far? 18 lands this game so far? We saw fewer cards and drawn 4 more lands. 3 or 4 more lands, something like that. Well, that's not particularly helpful. Basically, you just need to draw a Scarab God right now and then pray. Say pray because I think there's a good chance that he could just have an attempt. I'd rather use the cast down on this one. It's the one that we know guarantees prevents damage next turn. So we've gone through both of our Gear Hulks. We basically only have 3 Scarab Gods and 1 Champion of Wits left. Do have 1 Liliana left as well that we didn't sideboard out that can get the Gear Hulk back. So we basically only have 3 great draws. I think there's a 4th Contempt in here as well. 1, 2, 3. Nope, there's no Contempt even. We have 1 last draw. Three life and a smile. They hit a Karn. That's unfortunate. Now they have a second Karn, I think. Okay. There's the card we needed to have a chance. I assume they have another Contempt by this point. No Contempt. Interesting. Guess we get the Gearhulk here and then Contempt this. You get an Ether Hub. Enjoy. Where's the Contempt at? There's a Contempt. Hey, Spirit, what's up? So we're gonna get the Bloodfast 2 then, I guess, after doing this. They can't do that and tick up, so it's gotta be to get the Bloodfast. I don't know if that does much. I have 3 activations next turn. You get a Cinder Barons. And then they scoop. Alright, well. I guess turn 25 Scarab God's good enough. Alright, get this crap card out of my deck that probably shouldn't have been in it, and let's think. I think I can bring in Negates versus this build. They have a lot of Planeswalkers. Do you think this is reasonable here too? Feels like this match is more about 2-for-1s than a lot of the other builds. Kind of want to Spell Pierce as well, but I don't know what to take out for it. Could just be Essence Extraction, but they have showed us enough removal spells. I don't think I want to do that. Alright, we keep. I don't. Once I see the Karns and that many Chandras and stuff, I just don't think they put those in their deck to not go kind of all in on them in post-board games. Don't know what they could have for 3 down 1 negate, so. Have either negate or cast down depending on their hand here. So we're definitely taking the 3 damage. Kinda want a Doomfall, but I think we're gonna hold on. So hopefully I can play a double spell in a turn here in a minute. I'd rather Contempt at the end of their turn and hopefully be able to, like, cast down a Doomfall on ours or something. They duress, I don't care. They're going to take the Contempt or the Doomfall depending on their hand. We can still just kill the Chain Whirler and go on about our day. That one's unfortunate. You get a Swamp. That Doomfall was really good there. Us not hitting that land was really bad. Alright, deck. Not like this. Don't let us lose 2 game 3s in a row because we can't play our spells. As quick as I can before he can get either of those back. Goodbye, Scarab God. You're not the lovely threat you used to be. Still really good, though. Well, we know they have a Contempt. This Scarab God's not great anymore. Sorry. Oh, that was a good draw. Boo. Wait. What happened to the Contempt we thought they had? I thought they had a Contempt. Apparently I'm not keeping up with the game well. Actually worked out better for us, though, so... Drew us land. A 4-turn clock and they only have 6 turn minutes left. Guess I hold that because of Champion of Wits. opponent's flooding this game. Can't be upset that we're getting lucky or running hot. They drew like 9 lands and 21 cards or something. If we're going to complain when it happens to us, we have to acknowledge when it happens to our opponents too. Of course, we drew 8 and 20, so I guess it was roughly the same ratio for us. Alright, well, the deck felt great. Like, I don't think it's as good as Red-Black overall, but like it always feels really, really good when we play it. There's tons of decisions, and I think it'd be even more powerful if I was an even better player, which I'm not very good, so the fact that we continually do pretty well with it says a whole lot about a deck, especially, you know, like I was saying, considering I'm not that good. Who can we host then? Let's host a person whose deck we're playing. Let's just host Autumn Lily. And then let me get in bed, considering it's now 11 a.m. and I've not slept. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and take care. We'll be back sometime tomorrow.